Rune 5, Wainamoinen's Lamentation. Far and wide the tidings traveled. Far away men heard the story of the flight and death of Aino, sister dear of Youkahainen, fairest daughter of creation. Wainamoinen, brave and truthful, straightway fell to bitter weeping, wept at morning, wept at evening, sleepless, wept the dreary night long, that his Aino had departed, that the maiden thus had vanished, thus had sunk upon the bottom of the blue sea, deep and boundless. Filled with grief, the ancient singer Wainamoinen of the Northland, heavy-hearted, sorely weeping, hastened to the restless waters, this the suitor's prayer in question. Tell, Untamo, tell me, dreamer, tell me, indolence, thy visions, where the water gods may linger, where may rest Wailamo's maidens. Then Untamo thus made answer. Lazily he told his dreamings. Over there, the mermaid dwellings, yonder live Wailamo's maidens. On the headland robed in verdure, on the forest-covered island, in the deep, pellucid waters, on the purple-colored seashore, yonder is the home of sea maids. There the maidens of Wailamo live there in the live there in their seaside chambers, rest within their water caverns, on the rocks of rainbow colors, on the juttings of the sea cliff. Straightway hastens Wainamoinen to a boathouse on the seashore, looks with care upon the fish hooks, and the lines he well considers, lines and hooks and poles and fish nets. Places an abode of copper, then begins he swiftly rowing to the forest-covered island, to the point and robed in verdure, to the purple-colored headland, where the sea nymphs live and linger. Hardly does he reach the island ere the minstrel starts to angle. Far away he throws his fish hook, trolls it quickly through the waters, turning on a copper swivel dangling from a silver fish line. Golden is the hook he uses. Now he tries the silken fish net, angles long and angles longer, angles one day, then a second, in the morning and the evening, angles at the hour of noontide, many days and nights he angles, till at last one sunny morning strikes a fish of magic powers, plays like salmon on this fish line, lashing waves across the waters, till at length the fish exhausted falls a victim to the angler, safely landed in the bottom of the hero's boat of copper. Wainamoinen, proudly viewing, speaks these words in wonder guessing, this the fairest of all sea fish, never have I seen its equal. Smoother surely than the salmon, brighter spotted than the trout is, grayer than the pike of Suomi, has less fins than any female, not the fins of any male fish, not the stripes of sea-born maidens, not the belt of any mermaid, nor the ears of any songbird, somewhat like our Northland salmon, from the blue sea's deepest caverns. In his belt the ancient hero wore a knife and sheathed with silver. From his case he drew the fish knife, thus to carve the fish in pieces, dress nameless fish for roasting, make it of it a dainty breakfast, make it of a meal at noonday, make for him a toothsome supper, make the latter meal at evening. Straightway as the fish he touches with his knife of silver, quick it leaps upon the waters, drives beneath the sea's smooth surface, from the boat with copper bottom, from the skiff of Wainamoinen, in the waves at goodly distance, quickly from the sea it rises, on the sixth and seventh billows, lifts its head above the waters. Out of reach of fishing tackle, then addresses Wainamoinen, chiding thus the ancient hero. Wainamoinen, ancient minstrel, do not think that I came hither to be fished for a salmon, only to be chopped in pieces, dressed and eaten like a whiting, make for thee a dainty breakfast, make for thee a meal at midday, make for thee a toothsome supper, make the fourth meal of the Northland. Spake the ancient Wainamoinen. Wherefore didst thou come hither, if it be not for my dinner? Thus the nameless fish made answer. Hither have I come, O minstrel, in thine arms to rest and linger, and thyself to love and cherish, at thy side a life companion, and thy wife to be forever. Deck thy couch with snowy linen, smooth thy head upon the pillow, sweep thy rooms and make them cheery, keep thy dwelling place in order, build a fire for thee when is needed, bake for thee the honey biscuit, fill thy cup with barley water, do for thee whatever pleases. I am not a scaly sea fish, not a trout of Northland rivers, not a whiting from the waters, not a salmon of the North Seas. I, a young and merry maiden, friend and sister of the fishes, Youkahainen's Youkahainen's youngest sister. I, the one that thou dost fish for. I am Aino, whom thou lovest. Once thou wert the wise-tongued hero, now the foolish Wainamoinen. Scant of insight, scant of judgment, didst not know enough to keep me? Cruel-hearted, bloody-handed, try to kill me with thy fish-knife, so to roast me for thy dinner. I, a mermaid of Wailomo, once the fair and lovely Aino, sister dear of Youkahainen. Spake the ancient Wainamoinen, filled with sorrow much regretting. Since thou art Youkahainen's sister, beauteous Aino of Pohjola, come to me again, I pray thee. Thus the mermaid wisely answered, nevermore will Aino's spirit fly to thee and be ill-treated. Quickly dived the water maiden from the surface of the billow to the many-colored pebbles to the rainbow-tinted grottos, where the mermaids live and linger. Wainamoinen, not discouraged, thought afresh and well reflected how to live and work and win her. Drew with care his silken fishnet, to and fro through foam and billow, through the bays and winding channels, drew it through the placid waters, drew it through the salmon dwellings, through the homes of water maidens, through the waters of Wainola, through the blue back of the ocean, through the lakes of distant Lapland, through the rivers of Ukola, through the seas of Kalevala, hoping thus to find his Aino. Many where the fish be landed, every form of fish-like creatures, but he did not catch the sea maid. Not Wailomo's water maiden, fairest daughter of the Northland. Finally, the ancient minstrel, mind depressed and heart discouraged, spake these words, immersed in sorrow. Full am I, and great my folly, having neither wit nor judgment. Surely once I had some knowledge, had some insight into wisdom, had at least a bit of instinct, but my virtues all have left me in this mournful days of evil. Vanished with my youth and vigor, insight gone and sense departed, all my prudence gone to others. Aino, whom I love and cherish, all these years have sought to honor. Aino, now Wailomo's maiden, promised friend of mine when needed, promised bride of mine forever. Once I had within my power, caught her in Wailomo's grottos, led her to my boat of copper, with my fish line made of silver. But alas, I could not keep her, did not know that I had caught her too late to woo and win her. Let her slip between my fingers to the home of water maidens, to the kingdom of Wailomo. Wainamoinen then departed, empty-handed, heavy-hearted, straightway hastened to his country, to his home in Kalevala. Spake these words upon his journey. What has happened to the cuckoo? Once the cuckoo bringing gladness in the morning and the evening, often bringing joy at noontide. What has stilled the cuckoo's singing? What has changed the cuckoo's calling? Sorrow must have stilled his singing, and compassion changed his calling. As I hear him sing no longer for my pleasure in the morning, for my happiness at evening, never shall I learn the secret, how to live and how to prosper, how upon the earth to rest me, how upon the seas to wander. Only where my ancient mother, living on the face of Northland. Surely she would well advise me, what my thought and what my action, that this cup of grief might pass me, that this sorrow might escape me, and this darkened cloud pass over. And the deep awoke his mother, from the tomb she spake as follows. Only sleeping was thy mother, now awakes to give thee answer, what thy thought and what thine intent action. That this cup of grief may pass thee, that this sorrow may escape thee, and this darkened cloud pass over. Hie thee straightway to the Northland, visit thou the Suomi daughters. Thou wilt find them wise and lovely, far more beautiful than Aino, far more worthy of a husband, not such silly chatterboxes as the fickle Lapland maidens. Take thee a life companion from the honest homes of Suomi, one of Northland's honest daughters. She will charm thee with her sweetness, make thee happy through her goodness, form perfection, manners easy, every step and movement graceful, full of wit and good behavior, honor to thy home and kindred.